Candace Owens smacks a silly race-baiting guy silly. Guys, this is going to be a fun video. I think you'll enjoy it. You know, I always see Candace Owens just lay down a nice little leftist smackdown. It's always an entertaining time. She's a very smart lady. She's very well-spoken. And I know it's an obvious point, but I'll make it. It's kind of funny that given that she's black and a woman, that it really makes the left's whole narrative look stupid about, oh, the straight white male, you're the devil. You can't have an opinion. Can't say that to her, huh? And we all know they say their usual stupid stuff about race traitor and whatever, but their stupidity just gets really obvious and apparent at that point. So we love that, guys. We love that. We're gonna get right into the video over here. But first, everybody, please make sure you like the video, share it around, and subscribe to the Resist the Mainstream YouTube channel. Guys, you keep these subscriptions coming in, we keep the videos coming out. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate it. I'm Darian, and welcome to the Resist the Mainstream YouTube channel.
I got a question for Candace.
Okay.
You said America wasn't a racist country.
I never said that. You can't find a
Wait,
single...
you said America isn't a racist country, right?
America is not a racist country. Yeah, I did say that. You're right.
All right. So,
Got me.
all right, I look at one example, like inner city gangs, right? If you look at like inner city gangs, they were really like persecuted 100% by police departments and the government. What did America do to end the ideology or the practice of the KKK at all?
So let's dial this back to end the practice of the KKK. I want to start with saying to you what percentage of black Americans black homicides are committed by white people?
That's just like me saying how much percent of homicides. It's like you guys that for any.
No, I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to walk you into a trap.
I don't really study statistics because statistics, you could look at any race and look at numbers of things and murder. So.
Would it be fair if I said that black people are racist towards black people right now?
Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little racist.
Do you think that we're racist towards each other?
No, I wouldn't say racist.
I find it interesting. The hyper focusing on the KKK, which killed thousands of black Americans.
I would say that America kind of conditioned, like, if you say black people are racist, that came from America's history. That's just what.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I say if you asked me if you think we are racist to each other.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but if we were.
Okay, because we're killing ourselves, just so you know. Like we're at a way faster.
You can say every race is killing themselves.
At a way faster and higher rate than any person in terms of white supremacy could ever do it. And if another organization that's doing it faster, you want to talk about the KKK, they kill thousands of blacks. Planned Parenthood has killed millions, 19 million. So nobody's having a conversation about that.
It's an excellent point Owens brings up about Planned Parenthood. A lot of people don't know much about the founding of Planned Parenthood, what its mission was, who was behind it, even though it's pretty much very public information. So you may know the name Margaret Sanger. She's often thought about as this leftist folk hero. You know, she's this first wave feminist, such a great lady. She just cared about women's rights. She's the founder of Planned Parenthood. You know why she founded Planned Parenthood? It's because she was a eugenicist as well as a Ku Klux Klan member and white supremacist who hated black people. She had a stated goal to essentially eradicate the black race. So that's who founded Planned Parenthood. And succeed in that mission, Planned Parenthood very much has. Take New York City, for instance. In New York City, a black woman is more likely to go and receive an abortion than she is to have her baby born. Think about that. You know what that means? When you see a pregnant black woman on the New York City Metro, she's more likely on her way to an abortion clinic like Planned Parenthood to have her child killed than she is to the delivery room. That is truly sad. But you know, it's the fault of modern white people, of course, especially the pro-life ones who are against this kind of stuff.
And this is important because the media gets us obsessed with this idea of white supremacy and the history of the KKK. Thousands of blacks were killed by the KKK, and by the way, so were white Republicans, and we were killed by white Democrats, which is why I'm adamantly opposed to Democrats. But nobody wants to have a conversation about what's really killing black America.
But black males are probably the most people in prison, so you can't say nothing's being done about it.
Well, first and foremost, what are they locking us up for? Are they locking us up because we're black?
No, you just said we commit the most crimes.
No, but I'm asking you a question. Are they locking us up because we're black?
I never said that.
Oh, okay, so I'm just saying to you that the reason why we're locked up the most is because we're committing the most crimes. We have to fix our communities. It's a real conversation that black Americans need to have, and I try to do that with the Blexit movement when I target our communities to have these conversations. The idea that white supremacy is the thing that's stopping black America is a complete and utter myth. And until we're willing to have...
I never said that either.
She's not saying you said that.
I'm not saying you did. I haven't accused you of saying anything. I'm just saying what I'm actually saying. That's it, okay? The number one issue facing our community is father absence. Father absence, okay?
I disagree, but okay.
Excuse me?
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, well, you said you brought up the prisons, right? If you grow up without a father in the home, you're 20 times more likely to end up behind bars. You want to know who I got that from? President Barack Obama. He talked about the stats of what it does when you destroy the black family. The destruction of the black family, if you want to talk, wait, I'm not done. The destruction of the black family happened because of Democrats and what they did in the 1960s.
I agree.
LBJ and his great Society Act and the welfare system. We can talk about all of those things. The very last thing we should be talking about, if I had to make a list of 100 things that's really screwing up the black community, white supremacy wouldn't make the list.
But I wasn't even asking you about the black community. I was just saying, you said America wasn't a racist nation.
It's not.
It's not.
All right, so look.
It's not today.
The Black Panthers were all locked up and by the government. That's fact.
Are the Black Panthers here
But
today?
I'm saying, the KKK has been around since how long, and what has the government done for anything to persecute?
You think the KKK is alive
KKK?
today?
Yes, of course.
Oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Find me one. I want to meet
now
one.
we have a
You're saying the
debate.
KKK doesn't exist.
Now we have a
at
debate.
all.
Hey, wait. Now we have a debate. So
Have you ever met one?
I'm asking you, what are you
But
saying
you're
woe
saying
about?
the KKK doesn't exist at all? What happened?
I'm going to ask
What
you a
did the
question.
government do to erase them? What did the government do to erase the KKK? How can you say they don't
You have to
exist?
slow down. I can't understand what you're saying. What did you say?
That's crazy to me. But how can you say the KKK does not exist today?
Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Where are they?
What do you mean, where are they?
Where do they meet?
They could be judges.
I just thought this is a really big story and CNN should cover it. Where was the
It's literally an
KKK?
ideology.
No, can you name a leader?
No,
Can you name
where
a
is it?
gathering point?
Who's the
Anything?
leader? Where are they meeting? In what country?
I
In
don't
what city?
ask me where. I'm not going nowhere near where
Because
they
they aren't.
Because they don't. They literally live in the media's head. Have you ever seen a KKK member in a hood? I'm asking you a serious question.
So you're saying the
I'll take it one step farther. Not just a hood. Have you ever seen a KKK member in real life ever? Most people haven't, okay? And if they have, they're probably liars. Or maybe it's a one-time fluke circumstance, whatever. But it's so exceedingly rare. I mean, give me a break. Black Lives Matter members, though, you see a lot more of them and you hear about a lot more crimes they're committing. Just saying.
KKK does not exist.
All right, come down. No, come down. I'm dying to see this. Because I have asked every journalist that brings this up since Charlottesville to tell me where the KKK meets.
So, in Houston, Texas, there was an event through a predominantly black neighborhood known as Acres Homes that was protected by the police, and they were escorted through a black community. So that's the issue. So they do exist. They are there.
And they're protected by the police. Yes. Protected.
Okay. So I'm asking you a serious question. As a black American, you fear the KKK.
I don't fear any.
Okay. So you saw.
That's where I agree with y'all.
Look, I am from one parish.
No. We're not doing 3-on-1. You can have a time. You can have a time when you get to the mic.
White liberal to the rescue. Sorry, leftist. I should say that. Leftist, a better term than liberal. Although they're really the same thing, guys. Let's be real.
I'm asking you a serious question. Of all of the things that is going on in the black community, you cannot look me in the face and tell me that you really think that the rise of the KKK is a real thing.
But
I won't believe that.
I'm looking at America, not really the black community.
And I'm shocked to hear. You said you've never seen a KKK member. You said that there was one in Texas. What year was it?
It was around 2008, just before.
2000 and what?
I graduated high school in 2008 in Acres Homes from Carver.
And they were walking down the street in hoods.
Yeah, that was an event there. It was a
Georgia, they still have events.
Well, I think we're losing.
Good. Yeah, well, let's not lose the focus. Yeah, that's fine. I will definitely look it up. I will look up the Texas event, the KKK walk. But the point that I was making, maybe they did meet once, however, 10 years ago in your town, and I'll definitely look into it because I always want to educate myself. But the point is that neither of you can look me in the face and tell me that you think that the KKK is a real threat to the black community. It's just not true.
When they could be a judge or a doctor or a,
But the issue here is no one's denying that there are individual racists
in this country.
a country.
I said America is not a racist country.
So
you know it's not.
If they're not a racist country, how have they done nothing to persecute KKK members? Like
What?
David Duke. David Duke is a known KKK.
But
Yes,
the
David
leader.
Duke endorsed a Democrat running for president this cycle. I just have to say that.
Why is he not in prison?
What did you say?
Prison for what? I'm not saying he should or shouldn't be, but if you're gonna say he needs to be in prison and that racism and white supremacy is why he's not there, okay, name the crime. Of course they can't, because it's not based on actually being factual or logical. It's just based on airing racial grievances, and it's so annoying.
David Duke
Can you
is
put
so.
the mic closer to him?
I do have to say though,
can't hear him.
it's so marginalized. It's so minimal. The overemphasis, over conversation,
weird that we
over
even talk
focus.
about it.
These
I mean,
people
it
are
honestly is
losers.
weird.
These people have no life. These people are not in mainstream society. These people are not what people try to make it seem.
And this is why I say when you heard me say earlier that I hate when us, we are the most privileged black people in the entire world, right? We are, plain and simple. The most privileged black people in the entire world live in America today. It's insulting to me because when my grandfather used to tell me the stories about the real KKK, the ones that would come on horseback and shoot you into his home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and do you want to know what my grandfather says about them? He says, and when they used to come around, my dad used to shoot back at them boys. Such an empowering thing when he talks about them. He talks about them like they were children. He tells me stories about when the black mothers would come out and take the hoods off and yell at them and say, is that you, Peter, or whatever their names were? And then when you come up and you say it like, what are we gonna do about the KKK members? You're not afraid of them. I know you're not afraid of the KKK members.
I'm not afraid of them.
You're not. You're not. So why are we talking about them? Why are you even giving them the air or the conversation? Because you once saw them 10 years ago.
All America did was change
the
laws, and all they did was have to change their methods. They could have just changed their methods.
What did they do? Did they shoot and kill? I genuinely don't understand. Where are the KKK? Are they killing black people? Because if they are, they definitely should be prosecuted.
So I think that the issue, the thing he's trying to bring forward is that when you look at the historical treatment of organizations or groups of people of color, whether it's Black Lives Movements or Black Panther and so on, the moment that they were demonized, they were listed as terrorist organizations. Why has it never been that the Ku Klux Klan was demonized or listed as a terrorist organization?
They were never demonized? The Ku Klux
By the government? Never.
Has the government
because
ever listed them?
Because they were the government. They were Democrats.
Well, yeah, this is not true.
They were never demonized, yet we hear about them nonstop today, even though they basically don't exist. I mean, how many Klan members do you know? I've never seen one in real life, okay? Ever. And the same holds true for most people. That you can be sure of.
The Oklahoma City bombing was categorized as a terrorist act, so you're incorrect there.
So
the Fort Hood massacre was terrorist.
I was a common engineer. I was trained by some of the same people who knew the guy, so I understand.
So let me ask you a question. Was the Waco complex considered a terrorist organization by the FBI, yes or no?
Who?
The Branch Davidians.
It should be.
Oh, but they were white. You said that never happened against white supremacist organizations.
No, I said the Ku Klux Klan. I'm talking about the Klan.
It is a similar type organization. The Branch Davidians were misinterpreted
for almost the entirety of America.
The Branch Davidians were a white supremacist organization.
As a terrorist organization.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this up because if I genuinely thought that you thought the KKK was alive and well, we'd have a full, long conversation about this. What we're talking about here is that you want to ignore, and this is what genuinely frustrates me so much about the black community, you want to ignore all the really big issues that we should be talking about, okay? We all know what's going on in our communities. We just had another rapper that was gunned down. We know about black-on-black crime. We know about abortion. We know about the education system. We know about Antifa, which is the closest thing that I've seen to white supremacy since I've been alive, is Antifa, which is the modern-day KKK.
So I agree with you on all of those.
That show up,
I agree.
okay? And the media that demonizes. But instead you want to talk about something that you have to pull your memory from 10 years ago when you were walking down the street in Texas.
What do you think started black-on-black crime? It hasn't always been a big problem as what you're talking about. What do you think started?
I already told you what I thought. Father absence started black-on-black crime.
And what started the biggest father absence in America in the black community?
Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1964.
Was he not American government? That's what I'm saying.
And let's do a present.
Look, what I'm saying is I don't really care. I don't care about Democrats and Republicans.
Who is still encouraging father absence?
Democrats and Republicans are the same. It's the same government. That's what y'all don't see.
I'm neither.
Political parties are literally to divide us because it's. Democrats and Republicans are the same.
I think you and I agree on the fact that there are problems. What we disagree with is that I am telling you that the left started it, the Democrats started it, and the Democrats are still perpetuating it. And the way that they're able to perpetuate it is by getting you to sit up here and ask me a ridiculous question about the goddamn KKK when we should be talking about father absence and abortion and black-on-black crime. Thank you for your question.
So you're saying...
Some fantastic points by Candace. It's so true about the black-on-black crime. I mean, the amount of blacks who kill blacks is way higher than the amount of whites who kill blacks. And also, the amount of blacks who kill whites is also much higher than the amount of whites who kill blacks. Which begs the question, where is all that white supremacy? Because I'm not seeing it. I don't know about you. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. As always, comment below. Let us know what you liked, what you want to see next. And we'll see you guys again soon for more great videos, whether it's with Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, or whoever else. Thanks so much, and God bless.